All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful, what day is today? I don't know, Thursday. We are live on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed, as we are right now at a very critical moment for Bitcoin. Very critical. Where we're either going to see this or we're going to see this. As you can see, guys, very critical, as the Bitcoin price is coming to none other than the Fibonacci Golden Pocket retest, getting a little bit of a bounce from here. A little bit of a bounce, just a little bit of a bounce. And as you can see, yes, your boy Jay is in a little bit of a long trade, all right? This is the only long trade I've taken since yesterday, the last long trade you saw me take. All right, I closed out that long trade, guys, for a $65 loss yesterday. Okay, this is the trade I took yesterday live. I closed it right after the stream because I knew we were going to take a Dumperoni and queso. All right, I have not taken any other longs besides the one yesterday and the one today. All right, and as you can see, this long trade did start out as a scalp. All right, I want to just let everybody know this long trade here started out as a little scalp. When we got when we got Asia open yesterday, we had some interesting price action happen right around here, I think, right? Where was that interesting price action? Happening right around this area. So I actually gotten a little scalp from right here, took it up here for a TP1, a nice scalp, all right? We're talking about a 1% move scalp, all right? Small risk, good risk to reward. And then I closed most of that trade out, and I have currently still got the rest open in case of massive pump. So you can see I pretty much secured a $3,000 profit. My stop loss right now, if hit, will be about a $3,000 stop loss. So it's basically guaranteed a break even from here. All right, so I'm in a risk-free long trade from the Golden Pocket, baby. And I am in still the short trade from the setup given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. And other than this short here, and other than this long here, and other than this short here, and other than this long here, I am in no other Bitcoin positions right now. All right, these are the only 4 Bitcoin trades I'm in right now. As we are currently finding support at the box, this really is a make it or break it zone for Bitcoin. Because, guys, like I said, it's either this or this. Right now, we are in the middle of a dangerous area. A dangerous area. In fact, we might get malaria from the area. I'm not trying to scare you, but we might get malaria from the area because unless we see something happen quick, what do they say? Unless we see something happen quick and slick, it looks like we are not doing what we want to do, all right? Now, we got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat right now. First of all, a major shout out to 6 Juanita in the chat. All right, I see you, 6 Juanita, out there in the chat. Yeah, big red arrow to the upside and a big green arrow to the downside. We're doing this to play reverse psychology on the market makers, guys. All right, this actually is to symbolize the shorts getting squeezed. This is to symbolize the longs getting absolutely squeezed. Shout out to Splashfire Films. Shout out to FitGenius618. Shout out to Preparing for War. Shout out to 6 Juanita in the chat. Shout out to Alec Louisiana. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Yeah, besides these 4 trades, I'm in no trades. All right, missing my freestyle, Harshit Verma. Boyan looking at 77K. Yeah, that's going to be an important level. 77K is also an important level. Major shout out to Warren G. Major shout out to the Viper 175. Major shout out to Leonidas, Crypto Nidaz. Major shout out to 6 Juanita in the chat. 6 Juanita, man, there's no hope for me and you, girl. Shout out to Felix H. Shout out to Bragmore. He says, Jason Casper, can you explain how you manage the trade so it's risk-free? I want to learn. I just kind of went over it, man. I took a little scalp trade, a tiny little scalp trade. I took a little scalp trade, a tiny little scalp trade. And then after I hit a profit on the scalp trade, I lowered the position size, took most of the trade out. And now my stop loss, if it gets hit, is going to just basically lose as much money as I already realized. So it will be a break-even trade. All right, that's That's how I done did it, man. And we're up right now, $200. Diarrhea from the area. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Shout out to Nonsense. Shout out to Fiber Splice God. Shout out to Jenna Nemo. Shout out to Monty. Shout out to Epong TV. Shout out to Joey. Shout out to CJ Nis. Straight Vaping. Shout out to Anita. Shout out to Fostfald. Yo, man, what's going on, Fostfald? Shout out to Dustin. Top freestyler ever. Shout out to Crypto Killers. Talking to 6 Juanita. Shout out to Black444. Bro, are you walking? No, I'm not walking. I'm dancing in place with my fresh new Market Cipher hoodie, baby. It's a little cold in here, but we're probably going to have to take it off halfway through the stream. All right. Shout out to Dave Digital with the plunger. Shout out to Peter. Shout out to John Ploney. Blast the music. You're crushing cardio right now. Bro, I feel you. So am I. But you're probably doing some crazy cardio. Shout out to Jason Gillespie. Shout out to Lirovax. Let's get the pump song going. Maybe. We'll have to see how today goes, alright? Alright. Shout out to Crispy1. Juanita just broke my fib. Shout out to Real Man. Alright, we got a real man in the house. Shout out to My Crypto Goods. Yo, what's going on, my brother? God bless you, man. Shout out to Bitcoin Trader watching from Afghanistan. That's what's up. I see we got some people watching from Iran in here as well. Shout out to Divine Hood. He got a good video today on Wyckoff. Make sure to go check out Divine Hood Trading on YouTube. Divine Hood Trading. Shout out to CryptBro38. Shalom. Shout out to Hiron Bainai. Shout out to the Bulls. Bottom in today or tomorrow, says Michael29. It's about 90 degrees in Phoenix. Is that Phoenix? PHX? I don't know, man. There's still snow on the ground for me. There's still snow on the ground for me. Okay. All right. So let's get right into the Bitcoin price action. Because, like I said, we might end up with malaria from the area. So this is the weekly time frame, guys. And I just want to break it down quickly and say that we have a very important weekly close coming up in about 3 days and 6 hours because, as you can see, we've broken down from our $89,000 range low with a pretty, so far, bearish candle. This is going to be a very important weekly close because where we're bouncing from right now, this Fibonacci Golden Pocket, this is the fib from the last low that we made back here in November 2024. I think it's the day before the election in America. Pump up to the all-time high. That's where our Fibonacci retracement is coming in at. And not only this, but if we go to our daily time frame, we also know that we had this last hope liquidity grab right here at $85,000. And so, for these two reasons, guys, you know, we have to understand that if this weekly level closes, first of all, below 85,212, that's a pretty bad look. If the weekly candle closes below 89, that's still a pretty bad look. If it closes below 85, I'd say that's a really bad look, guys. A really bad look for this weekly candle to close below 85,212. Because that is that means we're closing the candle right in the middle of this massive gap that we have here before we come and fill everything at the previous support resistance flip, all right, in the mid to low 70s. Now, for a bullish situation, we really would want to see this weekly candle close above $89,000, $90,000 because that is the last low here of our range, 89,060. If we do, we have to acknowledge the fact that that would be a very bullish looking candle. It would be a very bullish looking candle. Something very similar to what we saw down here, right? Where we had the lows of our range around this area. We got the weekly candle to the downside, and then boom, we closed it up nice and bullish. And sure enough, the low was in. Or like this one right here, the weekly candle. We wicked down below this area. We didn't get malaria from the area. We closed that weekly candle nice and above the level. All right, or we could even look over here, right? Look at this. We had our low right here. We had our weekly candle wick down, but did we get malaria at the area? No. We got a bullish wick to the upside, or we could go back here, right? Look at this. We had the range fake out pretty much every single time this bull run. We've had the range fake out. Look at this bearish weekly candle. I mean, imagine what it looked like down in this area, all right? We were coming in to fill all this. People were thinking, oh my goodness, I'm about to get malaria from the area. But no, we pumped back up. We pumped back up, and we got ourselves a nice, juicy candle close, all right? Now, let's look at what happens in the bear market, All right. Look at what happens here in the bear market. You know, we have our nice low. Our weekly candle comes down. Boom. Straight malaria. We have our low. The weekly candle comes down. Boom. Straight malaria. All right. Right here, we have our range low. Okay. We've got it right here. Weekly candle comes down. Boom. Malaria from the area. Okay. So in the bear market, malaria in the area. In the bull market so far, I don't know. We must have, I don't know. Like, it's like in Florida, they have the same mosquitoes that cause malaria as they do in Africa. But for some reason, in Florida, people don't get malaria. Why? Maybe it's a conspiracy. You know, maybe it's the government. Maybe it's some rich private billionaire just going around spraying stuff out there. We don't know. We can only speculate up in here, okay? But either way, this is malaria in the area potential right now. Okay, unless we close this weekly candle back above $89,000, that's really not a good sign, because this will be the first time that we break down from a macro range and we don't close that weekly candle back up above. All right, now there's a few other possibilities here. Remember, we still have 3 days left in this weekly candle, and if we go to the daily time frame and we look at previous instances where we get these wicks, specifically like back in January, you know, sometimes it takes a few days. In fact, here it took us, we closed the daily candle, and then it was 3 days later we get the move to the upside, right? So again, we have some time here with the weekly candle, but so far it's not looking the greatest. And here's something else that doesn't look the greatest: the fact that we have officially now changed market structure on the daily time frame, in the sense that we have, you know, we're in an uptrend ever since August 2024. Made our lower high, our higher low, our higher high, our higher low, our higher high, our higher high, and now we made our first lower low. All right, which means we could be even setting ourselves up for something like this. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, guys, but we're just analyzing the price structure right here. Right? We're analyzing the chart, okay? You could have said the same thing over here, right? Where we made our high, our low, our lower high, our lower low. We made another lower high. People were like, oh, another lower low, right? So it doesn't mean that the top is in. We're just analyzing the chart, and we're saying, okay, these are some things we're seeing now. This is a change from what we've seen all the way from the summertime. This is a clear change here, and so we do need to be paying attention. So, again, I want to see, it would be great if we could close today's daily candle above $85,200. Because if we can, well, that's our first major sign of strength here. And I would say our second major sign of strength is going to be closing a daily candle coming back inside of this old range where we've had this clear support all the way from November 11th. Right? And then we could look at this in hindsight and say, oh, a fake out, so obvious. We all knew it was going to pump. We weren't scared at all. We didn't sell our Bitcoin. But right now, in the moment, oh, maybe I will sell my Bitcoin. I mean, maybe the bull market is over. I mean, scary stuff, man. Right? You know, scary stuff. But hey, man, those rear view mirror TA analysts are always the best anyway, you know what I'm saying? All right, so here we are, and like I said, I am absolutely looking for longs in this area because this is such key support. It is such key support for two reasons. Number one, it's obviously an area where we would have a fake out where if we're gonna break down, we're gonna break down, and so this is the place where the fake out has to happen from. Secondly, we're at the Fibonacci golden pocket from the last major swing low. And thirdly, if we take a look at the volume weighted average price of the entire move to the upside going all the way back from the summer, we can see that we are also finding support right on this VWAP here. If we take a VWAP going all the way back to August 4th, 2024, this is basically the VWAP of the whole uptrend. So it's very, very important support that we are currently holding. Now, if we lose this level, let's talk about levels to the downside. The first level to the downside that we need to be aware of is obviously going to be the Fibonacci 786. Because as we know, the 618 is a very key area of support, but the 786, a lot of times, if we don't bounce from the golden pocket, people expect the bounce, dead cat bounce from the golden pocket, and then the 786 is what gives us the real bounce. All right, we see this all the time. In fact, the last major trade that I took before getting absolutely wrecked and having to sell everything I owned was from this 786 right here, right? We come down to the golden pocket, We just get the dead cat bounce. Then we come down to the 786. We actually make the higher high, right? We see this happen all the time for Bitcoin. The 786 actually is the new 618 in my opinion. And so if we lose this, we do need to be aware of a bounce from the 786 Fibonacci. That's going to come in around $76,000. And it's a zone, guys, because when we look at the daily time frame, in fact, let's go to the 12-hour. In fact, let's go to the 8-hour. When we look at the 8-hour time frame, what do we notice? We see a discrepancy here where we're really, I mean, on the way up, this is the only place that we find any kind of market structural support. You like that term I just made up? Market structural support. We found a sticking point here at around 76K before the big break to the upside. And so this is where we will find our next support in the event of another big move to the downside. And you can see we built this shelf here. Now, if we don't hold support on this shelf, then we're coming down to the macro golden pocket from the summer to the all-time high. And this is going to be at a price I'm not going to say, because I know if I say the number, a lot of people in here who bought the top are going to give me a thumbs down. They're going to say, Jason, impossible. We're never going to come down to that Bitcoin price. It's not even possible. The same people who said we'll never come down to 85K are the same people who are going to say this number is impossible. I'm just going to circle it on the screen here. All right, and this is where we're going to go if we don't hold support at the 786. Okay, now I'm not going to say the number. All right, because I know you guys out there give me a thumbs down. And look, if we get 1,500 likes in the first half hour, we're going to be giving away $1,000. All right. And so far, we don't have the likes. We have the viewers. We don't have the likes. All right, 1/3 of you guys have liked the video, man. What do I have to do? Put on a different hat? Put on a dang pirate hat to like the video? Try my new acrobatic techniques? Put on my googly-eyed glasses? Is this sensational enough for you to like the dang crypto video, man? Crypto? Oh my goodness. Look at this for a thumbnail. Maybe I should try a different hat. A more bullish hat. Blue instead of purple. Matches my eyes. Should look at that. But I think we'll stick with the purple. Okay? I think we'll stick with the purple. Now, let's discuss a few more things here. Because, honestly, like I said, I am in a long trade right now with the expectation, not the expectation, I shouldn't say that. I'm not ultra bullish right now, but I am aware of the fact that this is key support at the bottom of a macro range, and this could give us a big pump, potentially to a new high within the next few months, March, April, May. All right, could. And so, yes, this is my hope here, but what is my actual expectation? Well, just going based off the market structure, there's a few things we need to be aware of, right? Again, we want to see the reclaim of 89K, 85K, the daily close above 85K. We want to see the close above 89K, but really, what we need to see for this, to me, to have the hope and the expectation that we're actually going to see a new high, is to reclaim the value area low of the range. And the reason why this is so important is because for the past few months, this has been the fair value of Bitcoin according to the actual market. According to the people buying and selling, the market determined the fair price of Bitcoin is between 90K and about 104K. Right? When we came higher than 104K, people were like, let me sell. When we came below 90K, people were like, let me buy. In other words, the market has determined that anything under 90K is cheap Bitcoin, and anything above 103K is expensive Bitcoin, and people looking to make a profit in this range bought and sold accordingly. Now, if the market fails to get the price of Bitcoin back into what's considered fair value, then we're going to start to establish a new fair value zone, all right? Maybe somewhere down here like this. We'll establish a new fair value zone, all right? When you break a range and you fail to come back into it, or you try to come back into it and reject, then the market is telling us, you know what? We don't consider Bitcoin to be worth that much anymore. So right now, if we can come above that $90,000 level, the value area low of the range, right around 90, it's around 91,000, okay? 91, 92K, then I will say I am very confident that this whole thing was a fake out and we're going to see new all-time highs. So really, for me, a major sign of strength on the high time frame is simply just to reclaim 91, 92, hopefully come back for a back test, and this obviously is going to be a juicy potential swing long to the new high as well, right? So ideally, if my bullish plan plays out, I've got my starter trade in from down here, right? Got my starter long in from right here. I'm going to wait and see how this goes. I'm not putting in billions of dollars right now on my longs, okay? I'm going to wait and see how this goes. If I see signs of strength, like we're reclaiming 90K. We're closing the day, well, first closing a daily above 85. Closing some dailies above 90K. Breaking back into the fair value zone and then retesting a support. Now this is my second place to add to, and we're opening a new long trade. And now we got ourselves a juicy long that we're going to be looking to take to a new all-time high. However, if we start to come up to our value area low of the range, rest assured, the next major short trade that I'm going to be looking for is from right here. And the reason is because if the market fails to confirm that yes, indeed, we do consider the fair price of Bitcoin to be above this level, then downside is expected. And the reason is because we officially now have changed that market structure on the daily. Now, if we take our fib from the high to the new low, you can see we've got our 618 Fibonacci coming in right around that area as well. That $91,000, $92,000 area. Okay? So this right now, 91.92 is the doorway to all-time highs. 85K is the doorway to 90K. We reclaim 85K, we're going to 90K. We reclaim 91.5, we're going to new all-time highs. You heard it here first. Just kidding, you probably heard it on every other single TA channel out there, because everyone says the same exact things. Just not everyone has as many pirate hats as I do. Alright? But, yeah, so that's the deal right now with the Bitcoin price. And as you can see, we are struggling. Like, we got the struggles. Let's go down to the 6-minute time frame and check this out. Now, the reality of the situation is here, guys, we haven't really changed market structure at all. Not even really on the 1 hour time frame. It's so important to change market structure on like even just the low time frame. So again, we haven't even been able to take out these highs yet. So this is pretty much the same as yesterday. Yesterday we were trading this, right? Yeah, so this is really what we would want to see here. We don't have any kind of local sign of market structure change at all, except on the very, very low time frames, like the 6-minute. You could see, okay, we made a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, right? But we did that yesterday too, right? We've been doing this, right? We made our low, our high, our higher low, our higher high. So, you see these little local uptrends beginning, but nothing real follow through. So here's the deal. If our bottom is in right now, keep in mind that we're still in the Fibonacci golden pocket, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pull the fib from the low, November 4th, to the high. We're going to go back down to our 6-minute time frame, all right? Now notice this. We never actually hit the bottom of the fib, all right? We never even hit the 0.65 Fibonacci. So technically speaking, we could come down for another low and still be bouncing from the golden pocket, right? This could be our range here. This could actually form a little bit of a range. We could come down for another low, and if we come down to this low, and we're actually starting to see market Cipher B look like this, like the momentum's getting higher and the money flow is getting higher over time, hint, hint, wink, 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 right? If we're actually starting to see the juicy, uneven butt cheek pattern on market Cipher B as we come to take that low, right? We have a thick, juicy left butt cheek full of ravioli, full of gravy, full of ricotta cheese, full of saturated fat and unsaturated fat, polyunsaturated fat, monounsaturated fat. And then that right butt cheek full of 0 fat, 3% body fat, absolutely shredded, absolutely diced, ready to step on a dang bodybuilding stage. This could be the actual bottom coming in. Because one thing I forgot to mention, as we are at this key support here, the one thing I did forget to mention is this. All right, we're going to go to the daily time frame. When we look at Market Cipher B on the daily, all right, by the way, shout out to Market Cipher. Market Cipher, MarketCipherTrading.com. I got a link in the description. I think I have a coupon code. I'm not sure. Shout out to CryptoFace. We are printing here. As we are getting a bounce from that Fibonacci golden pocket, we are printing a hidden bullish divergence here. A hidden bullish divergence says the price is making a higher low on a trend line. And this trend line technically 1, 2, 3 taps. This is our fourth tap of the trend line, going all the way back to summer. We're seeing the momentum waves making a lower low. This is a very oversold momentum wave on Market Cipher beyond the daily time frame. We have not seen this since, I mean, honestly, we have not seen one this oversold since May 2022, like literally since the bottom-ish of the bear market, like when we were in the last few months of the bear market. This is extremely oversold, guys, extremely. And so we have to think to ourselves, being this oversold, this high, has to be at least a sign that we should be looking for the bounce, right? Then when we come to lower time frames, like the 4-hour, we are seeing like confirmed bullish divergences, regular bullish divergences in conjunction with that hidden bullish on the daily. And on the 1-hour time frame, we are seeing the money flow coming back into the market here, and the momentum waves getting higher as we're coming to this support. So for me, you know, even as we're here, I'm still going to be looking for a long trade. Like if we take out that low and then come back in, I'll say to myself, okay, we've got ourselves a little range here to trade. We're coming down to the bottom of the local range. We're seeing bullish divergences. We're seeing the uneven butt cheek pattern. Let me go ahead and look for that long trade. Now, you know, some people might say, Jason, what an idiot for longing here. You know, I say, what an idiot for not trying to long here. All right? Because if you're a trader, you should already be short from higher, from the top of the macro range. And now, you know, with good risk management, we're looking for that low. Now, you don't have to catch the exact low, but I like to look for that stuff. And if you have a setup like this, where you have a range, like a pretty clear range here, right? You have a support flips into resistance, and now you have a support here. This is giving us a sideways range, right? If we come down to the bottom of this local little range, we would look for the move back up to the top, at least to the top of the local little range, right? And maybe we could even say that this is our range, right? At the very least, right? If we're on a low time frame, now we can say, okay, we've got our clear range high at around $90,000-ish dollars. We've got our clear range low at a macro high time frame support. If we come to the low of the local range with a bullish div, we could look for a position, a scalp trade, or a day trade, I should say, to take us back up to the top of the range. All right, this is a beautiful 5-to-1 risk reward trade setup. You risk 1, you make 5, right? Beautiful. And then you could say, you know what? Let me take my profit here. You could take out half the trade and make 2.5% on your whole account. Move your stop loss to the entry. And if it just so happens that this was the bottom, you let the other half of that trade ride. And if it literally happens that we're about to hit a new all-time high on Bitcoin, you've got yourself here a 2% gain on your take profit 1. And then potentially like a 15, let's say a 13% gain. Overall, you're making 15% on your whole account from what started as a scalp trade from this local little entry here, right? So this is why I'm looking for longs around this area. I'm playing it cautious, but I fully understand because this is such key support, right? Now, something else to be aware of is if the low is in here and we're actually about to make our first higher low, then we do need to be aware and prepared for simply just coming back down for a retest of the Fibonacci golden pocket, right? So if I was actually preparing for a long trade, a potential swing long trade right now, it would have to be something like this, right? It would have to be something like this. Obviously, this is not an entry. This is not a signal. This is a general idea where right now we recognize we're at key support. We recognize this could actually start to reverse from here. And we also recognize that we could just simply take that low one more time for a retest. And so in general, we have this zone right around here, right? Maybe just to play it safe, we move it down like a little bit more, right? And this is a place, I would say, where I am absolutely going to be looking for another kind of a bounce. And right now, I do have to say, I like what I see on our 1 hour time frame. I like what I see here. I like how the money flows curve into the upside. I like even the 2 hour time frame potential divs, but then when we get to the 4 hour time frame, look at the 4 hour money flow here. Look at the 4 hour money flow, right? It looks like we could get a little bit of a bounce from here. And again, remember, we're taking it step by step, right? If we're going to get in long from here, we can't really expect more than $91,000, $92,000 at first, right? This has to be our main goal here, right? Because this is the level where make it or break at 92K, right? But if we reclaim 92K, then there's no reason why we can't hold the rest of that position to a new high. Now, Bitcoin's getting a little bit of a drop here. $84,300. Let's check it out here. We're back in the red on our long trade here. We're back in La Rojo. Le Rojo. The Rojo. Yes, we're in the Rojo once again. All right. We're in the Rojo, the Raja, as I call it in English. And we're coming down to that Fibonacci golden pocket retest here. Man, is it getting hot in here, guys? Or is it just me? Is it getting hot in here? Make sure to smash the likes, guys. Is it getting hot in here, or is it just me? Now, people talking about the 77K, people talking about the CME gap. Yeah. So, look, here's the deal. As we've already said, the next support, if we don't hold this golden pocket, is going to be our 786 at around 76,000, but it's a zone right in this area where we have this little shelf right here, okay? We have this little shelf right here. So this is going to be our next zone, this little shelf. And yes, the CME Fibonacci is the CME gap is in there as well, right? We come over to our CME futures chart. We go to the daily. Let's check it out here. Look at this. Our gap is right there, okay? The gap will be filled at right around 77.5. All right, this is our gap right here. This is the gap, okay? So yes, we're front running that gap. We're front running that gap. But that's our gap right there. Do we have any other gaps here? Okay, so you know what? We do have the top of the gap right here. We have the top of the gap. I'll call it the TOG, the top of the gap, 81.2. Whoops. What did I do? I'm going to set an alert at the TOG. And then we have the BOG, which is down below as well. The BOG. We have the TOG and the BOG, two places where we could be looking for. That bounce, all right? So that's a good level to have, actually. If we come down just a little bit lower here, and we're seeing bullish divergences on Market Cipher, and the CME futures chart is hitting the TOG. TOG, the top of the gap for the CME futures Bitcoin chart. That could be a place. Yeah, so that's gonna be our next support if we don't hold this golden pocket. Right? And then, of course, we've got the support resistance flip-flop down here as well. This is our SR flip-flop. All right, got the TOG, the BOG, and the SIR flip-flop. TOG, BOG, and SIR flip-flop up here on the chart, man. All right, TOG, BOG, and SIR flip-flop. All right, so right now we're coming down to our Fibonacci local golden pocket. So let's go to our 6 minute and let's check it out, guys. We're coming down to the Fibonacci 618 retracement. So if we're going to continue up, we're going to have to hold this area. Let's check out the order flow. Let's check out the OF. How's we looking today? You know, we've pretty much, unfortunately, have seen very, very slight increase, pretty much no increase of open interest along this way up. Very weak move for the first bounce. And this move to the downside is basically just longs closing out, man. Look at this. We're just seeing longs just close out. We can tell because the open interest is coming down, and it looks like the CBD is getting lower, so that's just longs closing out there. We turn on our net longs, we can see longs closing out Few shorts opening up, but nothing really too much. And in general, guys, all the shorts that shorted up here at $89,000-ish are still open. So this tells us really that $89,000 level is so key, because that's where all the shorts are. All right, we can see shorts have opened up at 89, 90,000, between 89 and 90K, and they are still open, and they are holding those positions. And so right now, based on the order flow and the actual orders that have been placed, the bears are in control still of this move. All right, the bears are still in control right now of this move. All right, we got 2,000 people in the house, and we do have 1,000 likes. Guys, I'm gonna take off this hoodie. Give me 1 second. It's hot. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. In fact, yeah, we'll be right back. Let's see if I can get a fill-in while I'm gone here. Can I get a fill-in? No, I don't have a fill-in here. Yeah, I know what I'll do. Here we go, guys. All right. All right, y'all, we're back, man. Let me do the quickest wardrobe change in the world. Watch this. Hoodie? No hoodie. Wow, that was crazy. All right. We got the blue V-neck on today, baby. All right. All right, so we're front running this 618, which honestly, a front run of a Fibonacci 618 like this usually means we're not going to bounce from it, guys. It usually means we're going to come through to the 786, and then we watch to either see the low taken or we actually get the bounce. All right, so this is the big moment of decision. While we're here, we must first of all take a look at the chat, see who we got in the house. All right, let's see who we got in the house. All right, shout out to Camille Wahlberg for the super chat. God bless. Shout out to Crypto Crank for the super chat. He says, longs at local 618, 786, 83, 750, 83, 100. Yeah, these are the, I guess you see some limit order set there. Some limit order set right here, right at this Fibonacci golden pocket. Let's see who else we got in here. Shout out to HFG. Shout out to the Kiwi Canadian. Shout out to Joe. He says bump wrap, please. What was going through my mind when I decided to take that scalp on Asia Open? Well, here's what was going through my mind when I decided to take a scalp on Asia Open. Alright? What happened was this. Let's go back to when Asia opened. Alright, so keep in mind, why did I take this long trade here? Alright. When we take a look at what happened here, as soon as Asia opens, right here, okay, this is where Asia opens, we basically, all of a sudden, get a large candle to the downside, right? So we have market, fresh market, open volume, and we also have this high right here, and this high happened, this happened after New York close, right? So after New York close, while the markets are closed, we make the high, which means we're probably going to go take that high. All right. We formed our low. We get a move to the upside. We bounce from the local golden pocket, right? So that's our first sign of strength here. And then when we just take this local golden pocket, like very local, from this low to this high, we come and tap right into it. Okay, so for me, this is my moment. We just got a money flow cross here. All right, we've just gotten a money flow cross, and so I said, you know what? This is a very. As soon as I saw this blue candle pumping up, I said, this is my shot. This is my shot to go for those highs. It's a very low risk trade, right? Put the stop underneath the golden pocket, target the highs. It's a 4-to-1 risk reward trade. This is the trade I took last night. Now, after I took this trade, I closed out most of the position, limited out right here, and then, of course, now I can move my stop loss below the low, and the profit that I made on this little scalp will cover me if the larger term time frame trade gets stopped out, right? So I was looking for a ticket into a trade where I could hold a looser stop loss without really risking much, right? Because my stop loss, I would have been risking, $3,500-ish if I had just entered here and not taken profit and then set my stop down here, if that makes any sense. All right, so it's a very scalpy mentality. All right, we're coming down right now to the Fibonacci golden pocket. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Here we go. Let's make the lines a little bit thinner. Okay, here we come. Here we come. Let's see what happens here. If anyone's going to shill a rug in here, it's me or Splash. Fire got that, Andre. Okay, you guys, yeah, don't shill rugs in here, guys. You're going to get banned. Shout out to Milan. Shout out to Mimi. All right, we're tapping into that golden pocket. Let's see what happens as we come to the golden pocket. I'll be honest, the way we came down so slow, I don't think we're going to get a bounce from here. I don't think we're going to get a bounce from here. I could be wrong, obviously. But I don't think we're going to bounce from here. We do have a 5-minute div. Let's go to the 6. Actually, you know what? The divs look actually pretty nice for a bounce from here. I'm not going to lie. I don't like how we came down so slow. But Market Cipher actually does look like she wants to give us a bounce from here. Let's go to the 12. Yeah, even the 12-minute looks decent for a bounce from here, guys. But the way we came down so slow, the way we almost hit it like all day, usually that means we're not going to get the bounce. Let's check out order flow here. Wow, we have a lot of shorts opening up here. You know what? We might get a little bit of a bounce if we start to, I mean, that's actually mostly longs closing out. But right here we have about 2 million shorts. We have about 3.5 million shorts here. 3.5 million shorts. shorting the golden pocket. Not the best thing to do, but let's see what happens. This is our first area support. My gut tells me we're not going to bounce from here, and if we do get a bounce, it'll be from a little bit lower, 83.2. Obviously, I could be wrong. It's just I don't like how slow the price action's moving today. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I'd rather come down a little bit lower. Or even take out this. We're just kind of sticking around in here, guys. We have shorts opening up. Longs closing out. Let's see what happens. Alright, I'm long. As you guys know, I ain't afraid to show it. Let's see. I ain't afraid to show it, guys. Let's see, we're coming down to that golden pocket right here. We're coming to the 618. Let's see what happens here, guys. Shout out to Tony Punch, Aether Media. Hey, Jay, what do you say, Jay? Cuban Cuz, what's going on, my Cuban Cuz? What's going on, bro? Shout out to everyone from Cuba. Shout out to 618 again in the chat. Trying to get a little bit of a bounce from here. What's my stop loss for this order? My stop loss is under the low, alright? My stop loss is under the low. I'm not going to give my exact stop. Alright? Let's see what happens if we come down here. Now, here's the deal, alright? Pretty much, if my stop gets hit, these are the trades I've taken this week. If my stop gets hit, I will be in the negative, like a couple $100 on the week. Alright? Over here, these are the trades I've taken this week. I'm already up, let's say, 12,000. I'm already up 12,000. Let's say I'm up 1050. I'm up 10,050. So even if I am going to be taking this loss, I'm still up thousands of dollars on the week. And of course, I'm also in the other short trade as well, so I'm not concerned about taking this loss. It's part of my risk management strategy here, alright? So, we're coming back down to retest the white box. Alright. Let's see. Okay, we're dipping down. Oh man, we're dipping down. So this is our next hope. Let's see. Let's see. We gotta hold. If we don't hold, we might take the low. And remember, we're not out of the golden pocket until we take out like 81,000. Alright? Let's see if we can hold here. Let's see if we hold. If not, it's not looking the best, man. Yeah, 1 hour break in structure would be a good confirmation for a sign of strength. Chillawata. Shout out to Chillawata. Dump song? I don't have a dump song. Alright? I don't have a dump song here. Shout out to Istophobic for the super chat. He says, you say we're gonna pump? No, we're gonna dump. Uh-oh. Whoa. Yeah, let's see if this 786 holds. Yeah, here we go, baby. Yeah, dump it down, Bitcoin. Yeah, yo, check it out, You say we're gonna pump, no, we're gonna dump. Bitcoin dropping right on the rump in the sidewalk, looking like some chalk. We got it hot, like we're looking outside, then we never stop. Cause the Bitcoin price coming to the 786. Don't you know the Bitcoin price back to her old tricks? The next thing you know, we gotta take a nice pic. Looking at her face, do you see the flicks? I'm talking about the 786. She got the specs on her face like she wants to lick the ice cream cone with the sugar and the fat. The Bitcoin price is dumping, what you think about that? Oh snap, gotta come back to BLOFIN, get it in. What do you think? Where do we begin? Don't you know BLOFIN? 10% cash back, $1,000 future bonus you could win. All the prizes like the watch and the chair, like the camera, like the gold, like the bike, drive anywhere. Even a Tesla, a Model 3. Now sit back, relax, and listen to me as the Bitcoin price is dumping right here on TV. SPX dumping too, we love how people think it's retail selling. Just kidding, bear markets here, we ain't yelling. But as we're taking the loss, don't you know, Jason Casper here with the trading sauce. You know, we're always found and we're never lost. Sit back, relax, cause I'm the trading boss. Don't you know I got the bars in my head, trades never in the red. Jason Casper looking like the bulls are in dread, cause now we get a nice blue candle on the time frame. Can you even get a handle? Next thing you know, I take off my shoes and get my sandals, cause we're in the Florida Panhandle. Snowed here the other day, what do you say? When we're looking for a trade, I give it straight and never gay. AJ, J Casper, we're chilling here in the house, looking out for the next Bitcoin bounce. When we're chilling out here, lazy on the couch, like a kitty cat looking for a mouse to pounce. Next thing you know, we go out and grab the pouch of the pockets. The Bitcoin price, don't you know you gotta lock it? Lock it in, and then you know we take the profit, take the long from the low, and then you know we gonna rock it back up to the all-time high Bitcoin price. Candles pumping to the sky. Don't you know we will not drop, we'll only fly, because the Bitcoin price is coming and I'm pretty fly for a white guy. Here on the YouTube, about to get it in, Jason Casper ain't no boo, because you know we do it every day. Hey, coming to the charts just to get paid. Can't go that high, but the price still about to fly. Got the blue and purple candles pumping up into my eye. -9, but we got the 3 locked. Don't you know J Casper won't stop? Got the treadmill cranked up, 3.5 mph. Bitcoin price will we pump today? You better wait, because we're coming down for the retest. We do it best. Got some pressure, gotta get it off my mind and chest. You know, I took along the other day, hoping to take the profits, trying to get paid, but we drop down like we're digging with the spade, through the dirt and the soil, in the mud. That's the way, then we play. Yeah. All right, let's see how it goes. All right. Jesus is God Almighty. Jesus is Yod He Vav He. Shout out to the light of Yeshua. Amen. All right. Man, things are about to get sad. Things are about to get a little bit sad as we dump down. All right. Really, you think this is cringe? Chart Addy thinks this is cringe. Yo, Chart Addy says it's cringe. It's so cringe, but where do we begin? He says, J Casper so cringe. He's so cringe, but can we get it in? Flex on you, baby, cause we're so cringe. We're so cringe, baby, can we get it? Yo, shout out my man, says I'm so cringe. Pricking myself with needles and pins, because am I dreaming? But you must be believing. The Bitcoin price pumping up and then we be screaming, cause you know we dumping down. Jason Casper here on the treadmill, what a clown. Driving through the city, then we're driving through the town. Prices going up and then you know we're going down. First we go forward and then we turn around. Don't you know we be in circles, going round and round like the merry-go-round in the ride with the horses. Jason Casper, will he trade this? Of course is. Yeah, you know we only long support, we only short resistance. Bitcoin break the bank out, then we go the distance. Get into the car, push the gas and all pistons. Turn the key, next thing you know my name is Tristan. Talking about my friend Tristan. Back in high school, you know we ain't missing each other. He said, Jay, have you heard of this crypto stuff? I said, yo Tristan, man, I've heard enough. I heard people get wrecked, too much volatility, what will we do next? Cause the Bitcoin, you buy the top, she starts to drop, we dump back down, next thing you know, we hit the spot, we take the top, you know it never stops. Next thing you know, we're looking like the water drop, the tears are coming from my eyes. Bitcoin bear market, know it makes me cry, cause I took everything I had. Michael Sandler sold the house, got a mortgage, now I'm in a garbage paler, cause I got nothing left. Bitcoin dumped on me, yo, what the heck, yeah. Am I cringe? Let's get it in. Jason Casper so cringe, about to get it in. He says, Jason Casper so cringe. He's about to get it in. La 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 la, la 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 la. Yeah, you think we're cringe? About to get it in. Jason Casper with the needles and the pins. Don't you know I be in the gym, weighted dips and chins. Neck over the bar, we get it in. Training biceps, curling in the squat rack. Never train legs, what you think about that? Upper body only, it ain't no baloney. You know we only trade real money, this ain't phony. We put our money where our mouth is. Next thing you know, we're chillin' all about our biz. Don't you know I gotta pee, then we take a whiz. Got a bottle on the side of the desk, so I get it is. Yeah, cause we never leave the trading room. Bitcoin price pumping, then we go boom. Yeah, 83,872 and 10 cents. Let me talk about you. Jason Casper so cringe. They say Jason Casper so cringe. Yeah, Jason Cash was so cringe. CME gap. Jason Cash was so cringe. Got the CME. He's so cringe. Yeah. Jason Cash was so cringe. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. All right. We got some super chats in the house, baby. Got to give a major shout out to Circa Toys. Got to give a major shout out to 6 Juanita. So cringe that Jay is shredded and makes S tons of dollar signs. Look, it's just fake internet money, all right? Are we going to bounce from this golden pocket or what, man? This is, come on. Let's check out the order flow. How's it looking? We going to bounce or what? Yeah. We gonna bounce or what? Bitcoin price looking like a nut. We gonna bounce or what? Like a cashew almond looking like a nut, yeah. We gonna bounce or what? Bitcoin price looking like a nut. I said, we gonna bounce or what? Got the cashews, almonds. Here we go, take the nuts, put them in the grinder, turn it all up. Then you look behind her, cause you know we're making all the nut butter every single day. We're coming to the charts just here to get paid on the treadmill every single day. You know we're only coming here to take all of the trades. I give it to you straight, I never give it to you gay. We're outside in the backyard and you know we gotta play. I'm so dang hungry, I be eating from a tray. Coming here to do it like I did it yesterday. Don't you know I do the same dang thing every day? I'm coming here, I ain't playing games, but I still play. Yeah, here we go. This is so cray. I'm loony in the head and I'm trading all day. And don't you know when I'm coming to the kitchen? Jason Casper, you know it's finger licking so good. Bacon brownies, got the nuts, got the walnuts, the almonds and the cashews. You know this is all nuts. Yeah, because we're looking for the sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly, get your hands with this. You got the peanut butter jelly, put it together. You know I got it all over my belly because we're dumping back down. Got the purple candles. The Bitcoin smells nasty, get a handle. And don't you know I don't got shoes, just sandals, cause I lost all of my money with the last Bitcoin dump, yo. Yeah, but now we're losing the GP. The 786 is just next, listen to me. Jason Casper over here on the YT. Talking about the YouTube and the UT. Talking about the trading view and the TV. Next thing you know, we about to pump, listen to me. But hey, we're coming back to the order flow. Shorts closing out, longs open, do you know? But we got a weak bounce. Bitcoin price chilling like she's over in the house on the couch. She don't go outside. She never rides her bike. She won't go for a ride. She won't go back inside. She won't even try. Cause we're doing dishes and we use the Tide. Got the Tide Pods. Eating Tide Pods on the TikTok. Bitcoin price, don't you know the price just never stops? Because we blow up the balloons until they pop. And then we pump the Bitcoin price until it only starts to drop. And then the boom, we hit the floor. Next thing, kaboom, we come back for more. Next thing you know, the price starts to drop, you get liquidated. Bitcoin trading, it gets me so frustrated. We gonna bounce or what? Bitcoin price looking like a nut. I said, we gonna bounce or what? The Bitcoin price looking like a nut. I said, we gonna bounce or what? Bitcoin price looking like a nut. Yeah, we got the cashews and the peanuts and the walnuts and the almonds. Yeah, we get it in. Don't you know I love the nut butter sandwich? Bitcoin price, can you even stand this? I thought we were gonna get a big move, but Bitcoin price is so slow, she's so smooth. Like the silky pension worm, don't mean to be rude, but we gotta go outside on the nice YouTube. Sit in front of the TV, they call it the boo. Next thing you know, you're outside looking like a Scrooge, counting all your pennies. Next thing you know, you're driving through your car like a Mercedes and Bentley. Yeah, don't even know what it means. Don't you know I love to eat the peas, got the greens, the vegetables and kale. Bitcoin price looking like a whale on the BLOFIN. Don't you know the best exchange? Click the link in the description to get paid. I'll talk about the 10% cash back, don't you know? Bitcoin price, listen to my crypto flow. Plus $1,000 future bonus. Also, you could sign up to WEEX. Don't you know you could own this exchange? Talk about the 70% off on fees if you hold their token, if you know what I mean. You could trade every single day in the green, even in the red, but I'm not a machine. We're coming back to the chart. A work of art, we got the nuts. Bitcoin gonna dump, but what? We got the nuts. The next thing you know, my name is Stutz. Shout out to Rob Stutz and Bob Stutz and Tina Stutz and Michelle. Don't you know they got the nuts and the nut butter, cashews and almonds. The Bitcoin price about to go to Skalman. Yeah, what's a Skalman? I don't know. Look, there's only so many words in the English language, and I don't know many of them. I don't know many of them at all. Shout out to Nick with the super chat. We gonna get pump or what here? Honestly, come on, guys. We're starting to get a little bit of a something here. We're starting to get a little bit of a something. Shout out to Quiles 1100. Shout out to Nick. What do I think of the CME gap? So, I know there's a lot of people questioning about the CME gap. Let's discuss the CME gap here. We'll pull up the CME futures chart. So, we got a few levels. First of all, on the way up after Trump wins the election, we form ourselves a beautiful CME gap on the chart, okay? A beautiful CME gap on the chart, okay? We got ourselves the tog and the bog. The tog is the top of the gap, and the bog is the bottom of the gap. Both of these could act as support. If we don't bounce from this golden pocket here, I expect us to hit the tog and eventually fill to the bog. All right, and that's going to be our next level of support. And also, if we take our Fibonacci from the November 4th low to the high, well, what do you know? The bog is lining up perfectly with our 786 Fibonacci. So yeah, we don't hold this first zone right here, then this is our next zone to look for the long. We don't hold that, well, we're back testing our SR flip-flop at 74-ish, all right? Again, I don't mean to be a bearer of bad news, but yeah, absolutely, the CME gaps. Here's the thing, everybody's expecting the CME gaps. So it wouldn't surprise me if we fill the gap and then drop a little bit lower just to freak people out. I'm gonna be honest. You know, I'm gonna be honest. You know? I shall be honest. Let's see, we gonna bounce or what? We're trying right now, we're really trying this. We're trying hard. We're trying hard. Let's take a look at ETH. I do want to check out ETH too, alright? CME gap at 9K. Yeah. Do I listen to other rappers on my live? If no copyright? I don't. I never have, alright? I don't really listen to much music, to be honest with you. In general. I don't really listen to much music in general. Although the other day, I listened to Fall Out Boy. Alright? It's the first music I've listened to in a very long time. Was Fall Out Boy. From Under the Cork Tree. That was a good album, man. You know, brought back some good memories. It made me happy. It made me happy. Shout out to Circuit Toys. Gee, don't you use 10% risk management for your trades? Heck no, bro. Are you kidding me? 10%? Oh my goodness. Sheesh. Alright, let's check out ETH. Alright, let's check out Ethereum. Bitcoin getting another move to the downside. Oh man. I have to be honest, guys. It does not feel good to be looking at this ETH chart. I know you guys can't see it right now. That's okay. Give me 1 second to pull it up. Alright, give me 1 second to pull it up. So here's the deal with Ethereum. Ethereum, we are losing that trend line. Who needs Jay-Z when you got JC? LOL. Yeah, that was a good Fall Out Boy album. Back in those days, man. I miss emo music. You know, emo. That was some good stuff. That pop punk stuff that for some reason started to play on the radio all of a sudden randomly. All right, so look. We got this trend line going all the way back to the bottom of the bear. Okay? This is no joke, man. This is no joke. So here's the deal with ETH. There's two, and here's the thing. I have to be honest with you and say I am still expecting that our bull market is not over. Okay? I still expect another move to the upside. Shout out to Joe. Any chance you could look at Pepe? Yeah, we'll look at Pepe after ETH, alright? It's been holding up nice this whole time. So I'm expecting the bull market continues at some point. So either the low is in and we make a higher low here, or we have this nice level. Let me show you guys. All right. Let me remove this super chat. Thank you for the super chat, but it's so big I gotta make it small. Watch this. Okay. We have this liquidity here at $2,000. We made our first low, we made a higher low, we made a higher low. What that means, guys, is this is the ultimate liquidity run, stop hunt level, where if we lose it and then reclaim it, I'm probably gonna enter myself into a swing trade on ETH here, honestly. If this happens, and I'm gonna just go for it. It's an all or nothing. It's like a last hurrah, honestly. Probably, I'm looking to come up to like an 8,000 at least dollar ETH. Okay. This is what I hope. If this happens, if I see that we reclaim, I'm just gonna go for it. Low leverage swing trade on ETH. I'm going for it, man. All right. Because look, if the bull market's over, the bull market's over. You know, there's not much I can do. If the bull market's not over, this is the opportunity. But if that doesn't happen, we want, you know, right now what we want to see is we want to see a reclaim of the trend line, man. This is such an important trend line, guys. I mean, we want to see a reclaim. And this first candle was a very bullish wick. So, like, in my opinion here, assuming the bull market's not over, filling the wick, taking the liquidity, that would be great. On the other hand, we are at key fib support right now. And if we take a look at Market Cipher B on the daily, there's a real chance here we're actually about to print a bullish div here, right? This bullish div will not be invalidated unless the momentum wave comes below -74. On the 4-hour time frame as well, potential bull divs here, right? So there's a chance. But I'll be honest with you guys, this is not comfortable to look at this. It's not comfortable to look at Bitcoin. Whoa! Bitcoin pumping, baby! Bitcoin pumping! Yeah! Oh, man! Can you believe that? Bitcoin pumping, let me give a candle. Jason Casper, can I get a handle? Next thing you know, I'm sniffing dirty sandals, like I'm chilling in the Florida Panhandle. Here we go on the 5-minute time frame. Bitcoin price pumping up, got me insane. Don't you know I'm going crazy in the membrane? Take a car, take a plane, take the next train. Yeah, we get in the subway. The Bitcoin price only pumps up my way. And don't you know, like it happened yesterday, we're about to make the juicy profits. Then we sit and get paid on the treadmill, coming every single day. Yesterday, we did it the same. Hungry for the profits like we're eating from the trays. Then we go outside and we're digging with the spades in the garden, in the dirt, in the mud. Got the FUD from the Bitget hack. Next thing you know, we rug. Donald Trump coming out with the meme coin. Then he rugs everybody and it's so annoying. Yeah, bull market was the top. Next thing you know, the bear market stops. Because we're coming down to the very spot where we hit the exact bottom. Then we start to pop. Yeah. Man, that pump is juicy, guys. Alright, let's see. Man. Shout out to Joe Potter in the house. Shout out to Joe Potter. You think it wants to go lower? Yeah, it might. Look, I'm not ultra stoked on it, honestly. But let's check out what happened here on order flow. That was basically just shorts closing out here. A lot of shorts closed out. They opened up here, and then when we start to get the move, they have closed out. So this is a mini little short squeeze happening. That's exactly what this is, a mini little short squeeze. If we can't reclaim D-open, it's not a good sign. So that's the deal with ETH, guys. That's the deal with ETH. Those are the two scenarios I'm currently looking at with Ethereum. And, you don't see the pump yet. You're not in the 1 second time frame, bro. That's the problem. You think we repeat the last cycle of the double top. That's exactly what I'm hoping for, Spaceland. So, I'll be honest, Here's the deal. Let's go to the weekly. Let's go to the Coinbase chart. Okay. I posted this on Twitter the other day. I said, describe this chart in one word. Alright. We've got a really bearish divergence here. Right? We've got a pretty bear div here, in all honesty. But look at this, okay? So over here on Market Cipher B, we do have, just from the last cycle, the first time we hit this high, we did in fact print a pretty bearish divergence. I mean, price was getting higher, momentum on Market Cipher B was getting lower, and the money flow getting lower, all right? Then we actually came and made this wave on the bottom here, And a lot of people said the top was in, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. But then we made the double top, the higher high. And that's exactly what I am hoping happens here. All right, I am looking for that next higher high to come in around the summer, fall of 2025. And then we print the bear div. And then the bull market can be over. But I really want that next top. I really want that next top to come in. Something like this, maybe. You know? Get that nice rise and wedge kind of pattern deal. You know? That's kind of what I want. But, you know, who knows? I mean, there's a lot of different ways to look at this. I mean, look. Everyone knows. Well, maybe not everyone knows, okay? I have been selling my Bitcoin, my spot Bitcoin, since we hit $60,000. I sold at 60K, I sold at 80K, I sold at 100K. Now, people said I was dumb. Now people are saying I'm smart. Okay, look, we don't know where the top is. That's the reality. We don't know. So, the only smart thing to do in a bull market is to sell. All right? Really, I mean, the only smart thing to do in a bull market is to sell on the way up. Bull markets are for selling. They're not for buying. I don't get why people buy in the bull market. Like, you should have been buying in the bear market, right? But at the same time, all right, you've got this channel here, this parallel channel kind of forming here on the chart, which, you know, this is what people were saying recently, that we're going to come all the way up to like a $250,000 Bitcoin because of something like this. Could that happen? It could. You know, can you imagine if that happened? I posted something on Twitter today. I asked, where are we in this Bitcoin cycle? Make sure to follow me on Twitter, by the way. I don't call it X, I call it Twitter. Top picture or bottom picture? Right? These are really the two scenarios, right? Where are we right now in this cycle? This is the, this is a little bit old, right? This is a little old. This is before we broke down from the range. But, you know, we could still get a reclaim of the range. So right now, I'd say these are our two options here, right? Either the top really is in, or we just get another higher low and boom. Now, here's the thing. What's strange about this market cycle is the bearish sentiment that we're having. You know, this is only my third bull market. I was here for the 2016 to 2018 bull market. I was here for the 2019 to the 2021 bull market. And I was here from the 2023 to the 2025 bull market. This is the first time there's been so much bearish sentiment if this is really a high, okay? I've never seen or experienced so much bearishness. And it could just be because the market's more mature now. Like, I feel like the crypto market's kind of grown up. Like, when I first got into Bitcoin in 2016, I mean, I was 10 years younger. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I was 23, 24. No, 26, I'm sorry. I was 26. I was more naive. I hadn't really been investing. Maybe that was a lot of people getting into crypto. But I remember just the bullish sentiment at the all-time high was insane. The euphoria, it was insane. Even last cycle, the bullish sentiment at the all-time high was insane. I didn't even think the top was in when we hit 69K in November 2021. I thought we were going to go up to like 75. You know? So, this is the first time you have crypto influencers being bearish here. I mean, you got some big, heavy-hitting channels on Twitter and on YouTube that are bearish here. And it is a little bit strange, okay? Here we go, baby. Bitcoin trying to make the recovery. It's happening slow, so that's not the best sign. Alright, make sure to FOMO into the like button, guys. Make sure to FOMO into the like button on this video. Bitcoin 69K. Yeah, we could hit 69K, bro. That's a beautiful support resistance flip. Shout out to Alex O Crypto. God bless you, bro. Shout out to Crypto Crank. Shout out to Daniel T. Right when QE should come. Yeah, I mean, if QE starts coming, guys, who knows what could happen? You know, right now there's all the bearish tariff stuff happening. I mean, who knows? Let's see if we have any new super chats in here. Oh yeah, Joe. We gotta look at Pepe for Joe. Istophobic. What is this? A pump for ants? I know, right? Where do I see the shorts and longs open? This is ExoCharts. ExoCharts.com. Alright, let's take a look at Pepe for my man with the super chat. Sorry it took me so long, bro. Sorry it took me so long. Let's take a look at PP Coin. PP Coin. Thank you, Rodrigo, for the super chat. Yeah, that's called ExoCharts. There's a free tool you could use called Coinalyze.net. Coinalyze.net. Alright, so this is Pepe. Now, here's the deal. Pepe is coming down to our area of major support and resistance. The reason why this is major support and resistance on Pepe is because... Let's just remove everything here. Most of these altcoins have been retracing to the zone between the 786 and the 886 fib. And that's where we are. So... Actually, hang on. What fib did I pull here? Okay, this is the local fib. Alright, this is the local fib from this low right here, from April to the high. Let's pull the macro fib. Man, so let's do an ultra bearish thing here. Let's just kind of recognize the fact that, technically speaking, we're breaking down from this, okay? I do have to say that taking all this liquidity here, now coming back down to the low of the channel from this 886, that would be a really nice bounce. It would be a scary bounce, man, because we have to acknowledge the fact that, yeah, this is the only real support we have. Is at that 886 where this daily order block is, right? This is the only real support we have at that daily order block. If we don't hold that daily order block, we could come down much lower. But let's just look at the fact that right now we've already wrecked these guys. We have these guys to wreck, we have these guys to wreck, and we have these guys to wreck. That will bring us right to our daily order block, which could be a really nice area to buy Pepe. Now this is the macro fib pull from low to high. When I look at the weekly here, what do I see? Let's look at market Cipher B. Looks like a weekly bottom could be in soon-ish. Let's go to the 5-day. Looks like a 5-day bottom could be in soon-ish. Let's go to the 2-day. Doesn't really look the best, does it? Even the 1-day doesn't look the best. The money flow is nice on the 1-day. Here's the deal. Right now, this to me is a strange zone to be looking for a bounce. Simply because we're already breaking down from this trend line. And it makes me think we're going to go for the other liquidity down below. Unless we get a change of structure. At least maybe go for these lows at the value area low. But unless we start to make a higher high here, and then retest this high volume node, unless we do that, I wouldn't be looking for a bounce from here. The only way I would look for a bounce on Pepe is if we actually take out these highs, and then come back down for the retest to get the inverted head and shoulders. And then as soon as we reclaim that POC, that gives us an invalidation point, because right now we don't really have an invalidation point here. Our invalidation, in my opinion, is all the way down under this low, at least under these lows. But this would give us an invalidation point, right, on Pepe. So that's kind of what I would be waiting for on Pepe coin. Pepe. Pepe, Pepe. Pepe, Pepe, let me hear you say, hey, Pepe. What a weirdo. Jason Casper, such a nerd. No wonder he never had a girlfriend. Bitcoin is red. Do I ever watch Nas? 78K buy for you, says Corey Johnson. Hey, if you're on spot, that's great. Shout out to Adam Duran. Shout out to Joe Potter, 73K. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, guys. Well, I'm not even going to talk about it, actually. Never mind. Yeah, 73K is a nice level. It's a nice level. It's a nice level. Oh, my goodness. Bitcoin taking a nasty dump. Nasty. Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. Oh, my goodness. Absolutely disgusting. Alright, we're coming down to the 786. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, this is not looking the best, Divine Hood. This is really not looking the best, man. Shout out to Divine Hood. Shout out to keeping it real. Can you look at Trump coin? He told me yesterday, should have taken profit. Well, I wasn't even in this trade yesterday, but I did do this, Light of Yeshua. I did close out that trade from yesterday, the long I was in. I closed it basically at a break-even, $65 loss, okay? And this trade here, look, like I said, the way I trade is a little bit different than the way a lot of people trade, all right? The way I trade is different than the way a lot of people trade. For my own trading psychology, I trade differently than a lot of people don't quite understand what I'm doing. But for me, you have to understand, like, first of all, I made my money on the longs on the way up. All right, you guys seen my long trades on the way up here. It's been crazy. You've seen my shorts on the way down. All right. If I get into a trade because I have a plan to trade that level, I let it play out. I let it play out, man. I'm not going to take profit early. I'm going to let my plan play out. If I take profit early, I'm actually cheating myself. Because I had a plan to take profit at a different place, and I've already calculated in the risk that I'm taking on the trade. You know what I'm saying? So I've already calculated the risk that I'm taking on this trade. I'm not going to take profit early on it now. I'm either going to hold this thing back up to $100,000 plus, or it's going to stop me out for literally a break even, okay? I'm going to hit my stop loss. It's going to be a $3,000 stop loss. I've already scalped $3,000 worth of profit. Okay? I'm literally going to be at break even for this account. No, I'm going to be in profit for this account for the week. I'm going to be up a couple grand on this account for the week, even with this trade as a loss. That doesn't even include my other trades for the week. Up another 10,000. So I'm up like 12 grand on the week, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm up 12 grand on the week. So for me to close, I'm not going to take profit early. I'm going to let my ideas play out. All right? I'm up more than 10 grand on the week because of the other shorts as well. I'm up 15 grand on the week. 17 grand on the week. I'm up 17 grand on the week, bro. So I'm not gonna close the trade. I'm gonna let it play to the death. All right, even if this trade takes a loss, I'm up 17 grand on the week. So that's good for me, you know. Here we go. We're dumping, baby. All right, let's check it out. The reason here we go. The voice of reason. The reason crypto is crashing is because the stock market is about to crash. Warren Buffett didn't stockpile his cash for nothing. All right, we're coming down to the 786. Bitcoin price back to her old tricks. Yeah, we don't bounce from the 786. We're probably going to fill the wick. Let's see. Here we go. It's it. Now or never. Here's our 786. All right, it's not looking the best. Let's check out how order flow is looking. Pretty much nothing happening here. It's just a slow, sad move to the downside, baby. A slow, sad move to the downside. Let's check out the stock market, by the way. Shout out to Joe Potter. Shout out to Igor T. Waiting patiently for his level. Yeah, let's check out ES. Let's check out the S&P 500. Oof, Bitcoin coming down to the wire, man. Really coming down to the wire right now. All right, we do want to check out the stock market. So here's S&P taking a massive dump. Yeah, next major support on S&P 500 is going to be like, this is ES mini futures. This is like 5,500 is the next major support. High volume node, golden pocket. Let's see if our volume's still there. Nope. We're actually below most of the volume here, which is crazy. But let's just go back to here. We do still have a high volume node, a spike in volume right around 5,500. That's crazy how much volume's traded here. Man, so many people probably bought the top because of Trump. So many people probably bought the top because of Trump, man. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a dump-a-roni. Dump-a-roni. We got the queso too. All right, let's check out Bitcoin once again. Oof. Horrible, 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 horrible look here. Bitcoin fell right through the 786 like it was a hot knife going through butter, man. This is not good. This is not good. I'm telling you. Sheesh. Sheesh. Man, I have a feeling we might get some massive capitulation, honestly. We might really start to dump down a lot more. This is not good. This is not a good look. This is not a good look. Just flush that thing hard. It looks like she wants to get flushed. Shout out to Memory Man. God bless you, bro. Is trying to push back. Yeah, I don't know. The fact that we like fell through that 786, closed the 12-minute candle, about to close a 15-minute candle below, that is really not looking good, man. This is it, like, this is it. Our 15-minute looks like she's rolling over. Looks like we might even come and take the low. Whoa, treadmill stopping. Oh my goodness, man. We are just falling through that level. Bitcoin falling through the level. All bass and no treble. Man, we might take a real dump right now. We might take a real dump right now. We could come down to 73. Man, can you imagine that? Can you imagine if we do that today? Maybe it'll be on a Friday. Tomorrow's a Friday. I don't trade on Fridays, so I might miss it. Do jumping jacks while talking? I should do some dumbbell curls. Treadmill is bearish. Yeah, seriously. Treadmill stops is bearish. You know, it has a 100-minute time limit, so We've been streaming for 100 minutes. Isn't that crazy? Been streaming for 100 minutes, 12,000 steps. Steps. Shabbat shalom, light of Yeshua. Well, not yet, bro. Not yet. You know, give it a day. Give it a day. You know, we're still out here grinding, bro. We're still out here grinding. We're still here grinding. Fridays and Mondays suck. Why no trade on Friday? Fridays are a special day for me. I spend the day in fasting and prayer. I don't trade on Saturdays either, because Saturday is a Sabbath day. But here we go. We're taking a dump. Oh my goodness. Am I a Jew? I mean, it depends who you ask. How long do I fast for? I plan on a 36 to 48 hour fast. At least a 36 hour, probably more than that. Probably like a 40-hour fast. I do between a 24-hour and a 48-hour fast. We nuked through that local 786, I know, bro. So we're probably gonna go for those lows. That's right, J-Boy Bullish. I'm Jew-ish, you know what I'm saying? Crypto Face going live in 15 minutes, huh? That's what's up. That'll be a perfect time. I wonder if he's short. Let me peep his Discord real quick and see if he's short. I don't see anything yet. He says we're going down to 80K. Prophecy foretold. He's in a short trade, it looks like. Looks like he's in a short trade, up $73,000. Yeah, he's short, man. Crypto Face is short. We need the pump song. Man, I don't think I'm going to sing the pump song right now, okay? CME gap at 80K. Yeah, we have that CME gap, the TOG. We have the TOG and the BOG, right? We were just looking at that. Let's check it out here. Yeah, so we have the TOG at top of the gap. Yeah, right around 80K 700, give or take. Here we go. So right here, we've got the top of the CME gap at around 81K. We have the filling of the CME gap at 77, let's just say 77.5 on average there, depending on if you do wicks or bodies. Then we have our 786 down here. So really, we've got this as support number 1. And then we've got this as support number 2. And then we've got this as support number 3. If we continue this drop, man. Man, I cannot believe this is happening. I can't believe it. I've been talking about it for so long. Look, I got, you know, I'm not trying to say I told you so, but to everyone who said it was never going to happen, and I told you the very fact that you said it's never going to happen means it's definitely going to happen. Here we go. Here we go. This is why we do analysis. This is why we don't get emotionally attached to the price going up only. You know what I'm saying? How do we know when we're in the bear market? The way we know we're in the bear market is when we change market structure on the weekly, in my opinion. That's how I knew we were in a bull market in 2023. But here's the thing. No one really knows when the top or the bottom actually is, okay? That's why you gotta be selling in bull markets. Like, if you're a trader, the truth is, when I make scary thumbnails that are bearish, I'm not really scared. I don't care. I'm a trader, okay? I'll trade this thing up or down. I don't care. As a hodler, please remember, bear markets are for buying. Bull markets are for selling. They're not for buying. Anyone who comes into crypto during a bull market is dumb. I tell all my friends who ask if they should be buying now, I say wait until 2026. Wait until we've been in a downtrend for a while, right? Why buy when it could be the top? In a bull market, you never know when you're buying the top. In a bear market, you know you're 100% sure you're not buying the top, right? So, bull markets are for selling. That's why I've been selling crypto and taking a whole bunch of crap for it too. I've been taking crap for selling my Bitcoin. People call me a moron and a fool. But I made my money. I came in here, I bought below 30K, I bought aggressively below 20K, I sold above 60K. I made my money, man. I've done what I had to do. And now I could just trade because I'm a trader too, you know? So... But look, I don't know if the top is in. I have no idea. My gut says we have another push. I haven't sold any ETH. I haven't sold any SOL. I haven't sold any Link. I'm waiting for all-time highs. You know, I hope they come. I expect that they will. But you never know when the top is going to come in, right? You never know. So I'm 60% out of my Bitcoin that I plan to sell this cycle. If I don't get to sell it all, I made money. If I do get to sell it all, great. I make more. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta, I don't know. How you gotta view it as like you're coming in to do what you gotta do. You gotta do it quick, because if you wait too long, you're gonna miss your opportunity. Yeah, you sell in oversold conditions, yeah, for sure. I mean, I sold now. I sold at 80K on the way up, right? So, I sold Bitcoin at this price on the way up. And I sold Bitcoin at 100K on the way up. So, if this is the top, I don't think it is the top. But if it is the top, in hindsight, I sold at 99,900 to front run 100K. If this just so happens to be the top, all right, let's say, I don't think it is, okay? But if it is, I can say, I don't think it is, but if it is, I have the Twitter bragging rights of saying that I bought Bitcoin irresponsibly aggressively here, right around 16K, give or take, irresponsibly, when we got the FTX crash, and I sold 60% of it after a 489% move. So, if this just so happens to be the top, I have the Twitter bragging rights of saying, of course I bought it on spot, so there's no stop loss, right? There's never a stop loss. That's so weird how the tool does that. I have the Twitter bragging rights of saying this was my trade for the bull market. Of course, I had a TP1 here. 20% out here, 20% out here, and 20% out here, and I plan to do 20% out around here. So if we do hit that 120 mark, I will have sold 80% of the crypto I bought in 2022, and I will take the last 20% and put it in my forever hodl Bitcoin account, right? Because I'm always gonna be stacking Bitcoin no matter what, right? But let's see if we get there. Bitcoin got the strugs right now. We got the real strugs. Copium says you're not bearish enough. Gene Lee says it's not the top. Nobody knew 15K was the bottom. Yeah, nobody knew. But I was sure as heck buying at 15K. I bought at 15K. I remember that day because I sat there with my wife in the kitchen at the counter with the laptop, buying Bitcoin, taking my hard-earned USDT, putting it into Bitcoin, and we knew we were doing the right thing, but it is hard to do. And it's hard to sell on the way up, too. It's hard to buy on the way down because you're buying all this Bitcoin, you're putting lots of money into it, and you're thinking to yourself, you know, tomorrow this could be worth a lot less. And same with selling on the way up. Like, selling at 60K is hard. Selling 80K is hard. You're like, tomorrow this could be worth a lot more. But you got to stick to the dang plan, right? But, speaking of the dang plan, you know, I do have to say that, what the heck? I do have to say this, all right? Bitcoin, nobody knew where the bottom was. But, I did long the exact bottom. All right, just throwing it out there. 15,594. Entry price, long on Bitcoin. All right, I did long the exact bottom. And I didn't know it was the bottom. I didn't know. But, look, that's the whole thing. That's what's so great about TA. You never have to know, right? You can be right even if you're not right. The way I was able to long the bottom is because we had the setup given in advance in the dang Casper Crew VIP Discord, where you just had a basic setup, a basic long setup from a local range, and boom, just so happened to long the dang bottom. I'm proud of that trade. But what's funny is this long trade is actually like, on this same day, I was buying Bitcoin on spot. Under 20K, irresponsibly putting money into Bitcoin. Man, what a crazy journey. What a crazy journey, man. I can't believe this is so long ago. This was over 2 years ago now. Bitcoin, man. What a crazy journey. What a crazy journey. Man. It is crazy. Shout out to Splashfire Films, long the exact bottom as well. Yeah, I'll bet you a lot of people took that long, you know? Alright, we got some super chats in the house. Major shout out to... Yeah, keeping it real. We got to take a look at Trump. And shout out to Rude Rakash Argawal. What should I expect for a target for a short? 80 or 77? I'd say both are good levels to look for a take profit if you're short. You know, next place to TP is definitely those levels. 77 and 80 are both levels to hit a TP if you're short. I mean, my next target, my next TP on this is 77, simply because I'm always less aggressive with the short TPs than I am with the long TPs, alright? Because Bitcoin dumping does not feel good, but being in shorts helps to mitigate those feelings. Alright, when you're stacking the cash on the way down, it feels good, because then you know, not only did you make money on the way up, now you're making money on the way down, you can put that back into it on the way back up. You know, but those are good TPs. All right, let's take a look at Trump coin. Bitcoin trying to get a move here. Bitcoin trying. That's nuts. So there's some missing data here on Trump coin because I bought it in the fall. I bought Trump coin in the fall on MEXC, but they have deleted the history. And I know people say it was a different coin. It was not a different coin, all right? It was not a different coin. I don't know why MEXC has deleted the history before Trump launched this dang token, all right? But this thing looks like poo. But look, let's go to the 4 hour. Let's put it on log scale. Look, the only thing I can say about this, I wish I still had the data that they deleted here. I don't know why they deleted that data. I know people are going to say, they didn't delete it. No, they definitely deleted it. All right, because I bought this coin in the fall on a whim. I put $1,000 into it because because it was called Trump. I'm like, everyone likes Trump, so I might as well buy this thing. It's probably going to pump. I sold it the morning after it pumped. I sold it Sunday, the 19th. I sold it on the 19th. I'm not even kidding. As soon as I saw the Twitter that it pumped, I sold that crap. Not even kidding. Let's see. I bought it on live stream as well. You guys saw me buy it if you're following my channel. And so you guys know they deleted the history. I don't even know what to say about this. Like, I'm trying to see, do we have like a falling wedge? So the only thing we could say about this is that we're squeezing down, right? We're squeezing, and if this thing's gonna pump, which it very well may, right? I would actually be surprised if it doesn't pump again. I would be surprised if it doesn't pump again, just because meme coins, when they pump and dump, and people say, oh, I can't believe everyone bought this stupid meme coin. It's so stupid. It was so dumb to buy Trump. Guess what? Hockey stick pumps. So I'm not here to give financial advice, but all I would say is this. You know, Trump coin right now is pretty much done a round trip. It's back down to like where it was the weekend before he announced. So look, I wouldn't mind actually accumulating a little bit of a bag of this, just in case it pumps again and hits another all-time high. You know, if the bull market's not over, if crypto is gonna pump, now all the people that are like, man, Trump rugged us with these tariffs and this and that. You know, we thought he was gonna do good, he did bad. All those same people are gonna be like, man, I love Trump, look at what he did for crypto. Trump's definitely the crypto president. It's so funny to see people flip-flop. Before the election, Trump was the crypto president, so good for crypto, this and that. After the election, Trump's bad. Man, politics is such a game. It's literally sports. It's like the same as the WWE. But anyway, I'm not going to get political. I would say this. If the bull market's still going to continue, which I think there's a good chance it's gonna, we could see this thing pump again. We'll see this thing pump again. I wouldn't mind getting a little bag of it, actually. I wouldn't mind getting a little bag. But it'll pump on his birthday. Shout out to DJ. Jesus is King. Amen. Praise Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. The Lord is so good and merciful and gracious. Guys, I'm going to head out. It's been a great stream. It's been a great week. I'll be back next week, Lord willing, and may the Lord bless you all in Jesus' name. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys later. Peace.